This video will deal with Fiedler's contingency theory, part of our overall discussion of leadership, and there are many videos on this topic within the course, so you will have probably encountered other videos on this topic or on related topics within leadership. So leadership is if you like, the more macro area of study, and within that there are various theories and various perspectives on leadership, and there are various videos covering each of those. So in this one we want to have a short talk about Fiedler's contingency theory. So the model was introduced by the Austrian psychologist Fiedler in 1922. It introduces the importance of the leader's personality and the situation in which the leader carries out their day-to-day activities. So there are two issues here to bear in mind. One is the personality of the leader, and secondly the situation in which the leader finds him or herself, the situation that they confront on a day-to-day basis. So there are two parts to the importance of leaders: the personality and the situation that the leaders are in. A leader is seen as a person who is responsible in directing and coordinating task-relevant activities. So the leader is the person who leads the task, tries to achieve certain outcomes, and can lead and motivate people to the achievement of those tasks. But the leader must have certain qualities, a certain personality perhaps, which gets people interested and motivated, and they are interested in following that person and doing as the person wants. So they follow the leader. But the leader, of course, must also be aware of the situation in which he or she is working and the situation that confronts his or her followers. So it's slightly more complex than simply having a good personality or having the capacity to have good communication skills and good skills in terms of the working task, being able to complete the task and having high competency themselves. It's much more than that. It's having the ability to lead, but also reading the situation in which they are working and adapting policies that will enable the followers to complete the tasks confronting them, and being able to manage the environment in which they're operating. The model implies the effectiveness of the leader is dependent on both the characteristics of the leader and the favourableness of the situation. So the effectiveness of the leader is a function of his or her characteristics, his or her leadership characteristics, and also the favourableness of the situation. How likely is it that the followers will be able to achieve the tasks given the situation that they're confronting? Fiedler's model states that the effectiveness of a leader and favourableness of a situation depends on three factors: the leader-member relations, the acceptance of the leader by the group members. Well, clearly a leader's effectiveness will be dependent upon the degree to which he or she inspires the followers, inspires the group members to follow and to do what's required, to do what's asked. If the group don't have confidence in the leader, or they're not motivated by the leader, they're not inspired by the leader, that relationship may break down. And of course, therefore, the effectiveness of the leader will be in question. The effectiveness of the leader may fail. They may not follow the leader. So in that sense, that person ceases to be the leader because there was a breakdown in the group leader relationship. The task structure is important. The degree to which the task is appropriately structured and explained with clear goals and procedures. The effectiveness of the leader in achieving the tasks is dependent upon the clarity with which the leader is able to explain the tasks and the ability of the leader to inspire the members of the group, inspire the followers to take on the tasks and to be able to manage the tasks. So the leader must have the ability of presenting the tasks in a manner that enables their performance, so that the followers are able to perhaps work sequentially on various tasks leading up to the culmination of the overall task, the completion of the overall task. So the leader must have the ability to structure the task in a way that enables it to be completed by the followers. And this, of course, in turn will further inspire the followers and lead to perhaps a greater appreciation of the role of the leader, so they become even more committed to achieving the task. And finally, position power. It's the question, does the leader have the ability to lead and control subordinates through reward and punishment? What if the members of the group, the followers, don't apply themselves effectively? Is the leader in a position to increase their rewards, to increase their motivation? Or is the leader in a position to punish them, perhaps make them redundant from the company, or move them to a different set of tasks which are inferior or less interesting than the ones they're currently working on? In other words, does the leader have power? And by virtue of being the leader, does the leader have position power? In other words, the power that goes with being a leader, is that in place? So the effectiveness of a leader is dependent on three aspects, three factors. The leader-membership relations, the extent to which the group members believe in the leader and will follow the leader. The task structure, whether the task is appropriately structured and appropriately set out and clearly understood by the members of the group so that they can complete the task, they know what they're doing. And also the extent to which the leader can lead, reward or punish the group members. So the leader must have some power, some ability to reward or punish the group members. Now, the implications of Fiedler's contingency model. Well, do employees have clear instructions? Is the job structured and defined? That's very important. If the model is to be believed, that leaders within industry emerge, then have the leaders got the capacity to give clear instructions to the employees and define the job very precisely, so that there's no ambiguity on the part of the employees regarding the tasks that's expected of them. So the leader, perhaps the manager or whoever it is within the company, the leader should have the ability to give very precise and clear instructions to the members of the group, the employees. Give clear instructions and make everything crystal clear, so that there's no reticence on the part of the employees to perform the task. They know exactly what's required of them. How much positional power does the leader hold on the employees. It's important that the employees must recognize the leader as having some power. Otherwise, why should they follow that person? Simply ignore the person. Why should they believe what the person says, or try to achieve the outputs or the tasks that that person is setting? The only reason why they may want to achieve it is they believe it's in their interest. In that sense, the person has power because that person is putting out a program of tasks that, if they're completed successfully, they will keep their jobs, they will keep their employment, they will keep their salaries, they may even get bonuses. So that may lead to power for the leader, because the leader is able to promote the interest of the employees. But it could be that the leader is able to make someone redundant, perhaps sack somebody because they are not performing, or they're acting contrary to the requirements of the group and of the organization. So the question is, how much positional power does the leader have? And it's the relationship between the leaders and the subordinates. What is the relationship between the leaders and the subordinates? What is the, if you like, the chain of command? What's the route between the leader and the employees? Between, let's say, a manager and the employees? Does it go straight from the manager to the employees? Does it go through a foreman or through some other layers of management before it gets to the employees? And how clear are the instructions? Are the instructions likely to be corrupted or altered through the various channels through which the communication has to travel? So what's the relationship between the leaders and the subordinates? Is it a good working relationship? Is there a situation of trust between them? Do they have good communications channels established between them? Is there clarity? Is there confidence on the part of the employees to ask questions, to seek clarification? To what extent does the leader check that the communications that he or she is imparting has clarity themselves? Have they dry run it with a colleague, or have they proofread it, or what is the likelihood of misunderstanding? So this is the basis of the Fiedler's contingency model. It's called contingency because different parts of the organization depends on other parts of the organization. So the power of the leader is dependent upon the understanding and cooperation of the employees. So it's Fiedler's contingency model. It's quite a famous model. It's wise that you do some research into the area, make your own notes and pad out your notes and get a clearer grasp of what is meant by this particular model, because it is an important model. But it's quite a short class, and that's all I'm going to deal with it in this case. So I'm going to leave it at that and say thank you for watching.